It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline bling.
That can only mean
It can only mean one thing when we welcome you back to the show with that song. It's the Culinary Hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting. You can give us a call on 021-430-9881 and ask your questions. Our team of experts are here to answer them for you. Lizet Hartley and, of course, Anal Potgieter. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Very well, and you?
Good to see you. Doing very, very well. It's been a fast-moving week. It feels like Monday to Wednesday was just like one day.
Hoekom raak alles al hoe vinniger?
Summer is here. Everyone wants to get into the summer mood. Everyone wants to get braaiing and enjoying themselves. I guess why we got this question here from Jonathan van Tonner, who said the following. Said, how do you know when a steak is rare when you've braaied it, and how long are you supposed to rest it before you cut it? So let's take on the first part. How do you know when it's rare?
Super easy. I call it the touch test.
The touch test.
So if you touch a piece of raw meat, you look at it, it's incredibly soft.
Yes.
Okay? So the more you cook it, the firmer it's going to become. And it's absolutely foolproof. If you don't know this trick, you should know.
Okay.
So you go like that, and then you press there.
Yeah.
That is a rare steak.
Does it matter whether it's your left or your right?
No.
Okay, so you can go on the left.
Yes,
So
press
that is
there.
a
If it feels like that, it's rare.
rare. Okay. Are you
Middle finger.
pinching? Are you pinching or
No,
just
you don't pinch. You
touch?
Just touch.
Okay, that's a rare. That's rare.
Now move your finger, and you'll see how much that firms
Middle
up.
finger gives me
Medium rare.
medium, middle medium.
Medium, and then well done, which you shouldn't do to a steak. Ever.
So if it feels like pinky thumb touch, it's too much.
It's way too much.
Yeah.
My dad used to eat it that way, but I don't recommend it.
All right, so that's a simple touch test, and that's how you know.
Yeah.
And then how long do you rest it then?
Minimum of 5 minutes.
Yeah, I rest it. Say it takes me about 4 minutes to cook a medium rare steak, a thickish one. Then I rest it for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Normally it's the same time as when I cook it, I rest it.
Is that 4 minutes in an oven where the oven is preheated? So just leave it.
You just leave it because the juices needs to come together.
Doesn't it
and
get
stay
cold
inside.
then?
No.
You can cover it with some tin foil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it
so
mustn't cook anymore.
leave it be. All right, so there you have it, Jonathan. That's how you do it, especially if you're looking at National Heritage Day coming up and you'll be braaiing up a storm.
braai.
Then Judy Maroja said, I tried making sponge cake using cake flour, baking powder, sugar, eggs, and oil, and it practically turned into dombolo. What did I miss there, she asks.
I like dumplings, so I'll be happy if that happens to me.
All right.
But a sponge cake, the trick of a sponge cake is to beat your eggs till it's really fluffy and the sugar together. So that is where you get your air in. And then you need to fold the flour in, so it's a technique.
Okay.
And you must have everything ready. So your oven must be on and your tin needs to be prepared. Because a sponge cake, hou nie van om te staan nie, because then dan val hy half, verloor hy die air. You need
Yes,
that air
so
that
you work super hard to get it in, and if you're not ready
and
while
then
you're doing this...
So you just put it in softly and then into the oven. And the thing is, all your ingredients need to be room temperature. It needs to be weighed out properly. It must also be a good recipe.
Goodness, that's why baking is a
Science, yeah.
Exactly. All right, guess what? We've got a caller.
Oh,
Russell on the line from Kimberley, I believe, is it?
Good morning.
How are you, Russell?
I'm from yourself.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the call. What is your culinary conundrum?
I just know how to make a sweet and sour fish curry.
How to make a sweet and sour fish curry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a special occasion you're making it for?
Yes, on Sunday.
What's happening on Sunday?
We are having friends together. My friend brought in the house and we just keeping like a small pot.
Oh, nice one. Friend bought a new housewarming present there. Sweet and sour fish curry.
Yeah.
Ladies, get in there.
Yes. I would take your onions, I will fry onions, I will add my spices, your masala, if you use a masala, your cumin, your ginger, your garlic, your grated garlic and everything. And you'll add tomatoes, and I will add a bit of tamarind to it to give him that sour taste.
Tamarind, okay.
Tamarind, if you can find tamarind. And then a bit of sugar with it to give you that sweet and sour. And then I'll make like hulle noem dit 'n tomate base, like a base for this curry. And then I'll add the fish at the end just to cook through. Otherwise, you mustn't put it in the beginning, want dan val dit uit mekaar uit. So that's how I will make it.
And what kind of fish are we looking at making? Would it be a cake?
Hy val baie vinnig uit mekaar uit, but like mooi stywerige vis. Verstaan jy wat ek sê?
So a fish with more muscles that does more curls, you know, like what?
King clip will
King
be
clip
better.
will definitely work. It's definitely firmer. And then cut your blocks in quite biggish pieces. Ek hou daarvan in groterige stukke. And then it takes 5 minutes in that curry sauce and it's done. Want anders gaan jy dit overcook.
All right,
And also cut them the same size.
Also cut in the
Cook
same
at the
size.
same rate.
Ladies, thank you very much. We'll be right back again, and we'll keep our lines open on 021 430 9881 for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. Well, welcome back in the kitchen. You know what's happening right now. Our lines are open on 021 430 9881. It's the Culinary Hotline Bling. A-ching, a-ching, a-ching. Yeah, get in there. Give us a call, by the way, if you have any questions to ask. Let's take one from Facebook that came through from Kelly Skilebugile Mapanga, who said, what's the difference in the ingredients between panna cotta and creme brulee?
Okay, so a panna cotta, we made one earlier,
Yes.
is effectively a very fancy jelly because the setting agent is gelatin. And
Okay.
it's basically sugar, milk, gelatin, and whatever flavouring you want to add. Vanilla, whatever rocks your boat. A creme brulee is effectively a baked custard. So the setting agent's not gelatin, it is egg yolks. And then that goes, you make a basic custard, pop it in little ramekins in the oven, it goes in the bain-marie, and you cook it until it's set. And then you put the sugar on top and you caramelize it with a blowtorch if you've got one, with your grill if you don't have one. And that's it. So some of the same ingredients, but the one has eggs, one has gelatin. So
Okay.
But both evenly delicious.
Absolutely. All right.
Ek kan vir my enige een van die twee gooi en ek's baie lekker.
Okay, we've got a caller on the line right now. This is Vanessa, all the way from East London. In Monty. Hi, Vanessa.
Hello, Kat, it's me again. How are you?
Oh, it's so good to hear your voice again. What is your culinary conundrum today, Vanessa?
Okay, Kat, listen, every time, I want to ask Canella and Lizet, every time I make puff pastry, okay?
Yes.
I roll it up thin, and then I cook my stuff on and put inside my puff paste, then I roll it up, I wash it in the oven. And when I start cutting it when it's done, why is it still raw, the puff pastry on the inside? Kat, I need help.
Okay, Vanessa, we are at your aid right now. Thank you so much. Send love to everyone in East London there.
Thank you, Kat, we're friendly people.
Did you put the ingredients in the puff pastry like in a pie before you bake it, or did you first bake the puff pastry?
No, I put it in before I bake the puff pastry.
I think a good idea then is to pre-bake, because if your mixture that you put inside, it's very moist. It moistens the base of the pastry. So I would suggest the base that you bake it, say, for about 10 to 15 minutes before, and then put the ingredients inside. And just make sure that it's not watery, want anders gaan jou deeg 'n soggy bottom hê.
There we go. And nobody likes soggy bottoms,
Bottoms.
Vanessa. We don't like
Yeah.
soggy bottoms when it comes to our baking, all right?
Thanks, Kat. Have a lovely day.
Have a wonderful one, Vanessa. All right, we're going to keep this question until after the ad break, but in the meantime, we'll keep our lines open on 021 430 9881. We'll be right back with the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. That can only mean one thing.
When you give us a call on 021 430 9881, it's the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. Yes, we're getting some very interesting questions, I've got to say. And also from our callers at home, like Vanessa, who called us before the break. But we were here, okay, and we were looking at this beautiful Swiss roll. And this question came from Halimi Bibi Gani on Facebook, who says, please help me find the perfect recipe for a Swiss roll. Thanks a million, guys. You rock. You rock for that question.
We've got a perfect recipe because we've got a recipe here with only 3 ingredients.
No way.
And that's on the Expresso website.
Excellent.
So the thing is about a Swiss roll, it's the same as the sponge cake that we spoke about. You need to, you have to klits your eiers,
Yeah.
beat them till they're fluffy, né? And then add your sugar until it's fluffy. And then you sift this over and you fold it in slowly.
Yes,
slowly.
yes, yes.
So those are the 3 ingredients, and then you can add vanilla or whatever that you want to add to it to give it a bit of flavor. Then in your pannetjie, a lined pan, it's a flat pan, and then you bake it for about 10 to 12 minutes. It all depends on the recipe, what it says. And then you prepare a wet cloth with sugar on. Jy keer die ouetjie so uit. Nee, you pull off the paper. You put whatever jam, caramel, whatever you want to put inside, cream, whatever, and you roll it up slowly. And look at this, no
Beautiful.
cracks.
Get that get that angle in there. No cracks. That's the most important thing. You want it nice and moist.
Yes.
And a little bit puffy as well. It's got to have some air in it.
Yeah.
And then of course the jam evenly spread, or whatever cream you want to have on the inside, making for delicious.
I get no
Are you
saliva.
salivating?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Anel is salivating right now.
I can just see caramel and cream and everything inside there. Bring it on.
Let's quickly stop your salivating for a second and answer this question from Tlumisa Mnyazi on Facebook. A very interesting question. She says, since we have water issues, I've been wondering when cooking rice, we add so much water, but then I've noticed that if I soak it overnight the next day, I drain the water and leave it for a bit to steam cook, it's cooking, right? So since I don't have a steam cooker, I can't do other meals and things like split peas and kidney soup. So what can I do about this? And we had a very interesting conversation about that. So water is cooking essentially.
Yeah, water is cooking important, especially when you've got dry ingredients like rice or split peas that needs to be dehydrated, hydrated again,
Yeah.
you know, to get the water in. So you said something earlier is by like using the water for potatoes that you cooked for your rice.
Yes.
You know, to actually use your water and plan your meal accordingly.
Yeah.
But for soup, you are going to need a little bit of water. You know, you cannot replace the water, but you can use the water that you've cooked your potatoes in, you can use it for a soup.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I was about to
nutrients
say,
are
yes.
there.
Yes.
So if you are going to be cooking a 3-course meal for a
Yes.
Sunday and one of the parts of it is potato, the other one contains rice,
Yes.
the other one is soup, you could essentially use that same pot of water for all of these.
Yeah, I think the water will get less and less.
Yes, of course. Just keep adding to it.
And rice comes last because it's going to suck up all the water.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just plan ahead. I think it's a good idea. And then you do get waterless pots and pans that you can buy out there that you
Yes.
don't use any water in. So that is also out there. So just think wisely that
Yeah.
is it. You can't use your bath water for
Please,
the
oh lordy lord, yo.
Okay.
But anyway, Thumisa, thank you so much for that water-wise and very conscious
Yeah.
question. We really do appreciate it. We're going to be chatting to the ladies one more time, talking pizza afterwards when we come back with the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Sing, sing, sing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ah, Vaselinki holds such great memories for us as youngins, those little tubs. Anyway, we're back in the kitchen. It's time for the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Sing, sing, sing. One last question to take in. Of course, we'll keep our lines open if you call in time on 0214309881. But this next one, Yolandi Erasmus asked here, hi Expresso team.
Hello.
I would like to know, how can I make my own pizza? So you're at home, you want to treat the family and make your own pizza.
Oh, so lucky.
It's so cheap and
Yeah?
so easy.
Okay.
The only thing you need is time. Patience is the most important ingredient. Basically, all it is flour, a little bit of salt, some sugar, because that helps to feed the yeast, activate it, and it's effectively food for yeast. And then I always like adding a dash of olive oil. It's not strictly speaking necessary, but I think it makes a richer dough.
Do you want to go extra virgin, maybe? No? Does it matter?
Doesn't really matter.
No, so, but if you don't have olive oil, it's
Then
fine.
just leave it out
Use an-
altogether.
so you don't even have to use an
No,
oil?
you don't have to use an oil at all.
Okay.
But I like it. Okay. And then a little bit of lukewarm water to help the yeast start faster.
Does cold water not work with yeast?
Well, it ultimately will, but heat activates yeast.
Okay.
So it just makes
takes a lot
everything
longer.
faster.
Okay.
So you want, yes, and you want to have a firm dough.
Sorry, I think I might have just popped your dough.
No.
This is kind of ready. You pop it onto a floured surface,
Yes.
and you need for minimum 5 or 10 minutes. You want to
Okay.
develop your glutens. Then in a bowl it goes to prove
This is my
until
favorite
it's double
part
in
now.
size.
So it has to double in size, okay.
Yes, at least. Beautiful thing.
The part where you take it out of the bowl is my favorite part.
Yes.
Take it out.
There we go. Just let it go.
Yeah, it's going to need it go now.
Look at that.
Look at all those bubbles.
How it kind of just munyels out
know.
of the bowl. I love that.
And I
Stroking
love the smell of the yeast.
This texture is amazing.
Isn't it beautiful?
It feels no. What's wrong with you, Anel?
Then you do this to it. Then you do this to it.
Okay, and then you.
And this to it. And then you put everything that you like on top of here. Course. I see there's pepperoni, anything, lots of cheese, herbs.
I've recently become a big fan of just a standard, very good margarita pizza. If it's very well made and the ingredients are, put on the pizza at exactly the right time so you get the flavor out of each one of them. It's
I went
beautiful.
to a restaurant in Napoli that serves only margarita pizzas, and it's the oldest pizzeria in Italy.
Yes.
And there's a queue outside. You actually have to get in, and the only pizza they sell is margarita. That's all. That's all.
I did the same in New York at the oldest pizzeria in the States, and my word, it's absolutely Absolutely beautiful. But
Yeah.
ladies, I've got to thank you so much for your wonderful contributions and expertise to our Culinary Hotline Bling. We'll be doing it again next week when we bring back the Culinary Hotline Bling.